Hey, I will in this video show how you can add a binary variable, a new field. I want this new field to be called nature, and everything which is nature should be coded 1 and everything else should be coded 0. This is not shown in the legend in the layers list here, but it is useful to know the values of these codes, the RR type codes. So what we do first is to select all those which belongs to the not nature category. So we'll do that by using the select tool. So we are choosing from RR type, area resource type, and if this is equal to 10, then all the developed will be selected. We can click on select, and this is now selected. You see this with a yellow marking in the map. Now, in addition to RR type 10, we also wanted the cultivated land to be part of the non-nature category, and this has RR type 20. So make sure this is still equal to, and here we should not select feature because then the existing selection will be lost. We should add this to current selection. And then we see that the yellow marked area grows. And the last type is the 99, and this also needs to be equal to, and we need to add this as well to the current selection. Now we have selected all those which are non-nature, and we can open the attribute table, and we see down the attribute table that all those 10, 20, but not 30, not 50, etc., which is nature, these are selected. But we don't yet have a column or an attribute holding the information whether this is nature or not. But this we can get from the field calculator. So we open this one and we create here a new field, and we call the field nature. So this should be 0 and 1s only. 0 if it's not nature for the selection we have done, and 1 otherwise. So integer as output field type is okay. Then we need to put an expression here. So the selection set here should be 0. This is not nature. And we got a warning here that now editing information is put on, so we need to then toggle this when finished. We click OK, so we got a new variable, and it's filled with the 0 value for those which has RR type 10, RR type 20, but for those which is nature, we still don't have a value for the nature variable. So what we do next is then to swap the selection. There is a little icon here which inverts the selection. We click on that and we see that now it's not the developed, cultivated land and not mapped categories, it's everything else. Now it's the one which is nature, which is marked. And again, we go into the field calculator. We already has a new field, so we select now to update existing field. And we also only want to update the selected features, because what we have 0 here is correct. And here make sure you select nature and none of the others, because otherwise you will overwrite these with a value 1. So make sure you update the nature field here. And then the expression for this is nature, so this should be coded 1. So we click OK again, and the rest of the rows in the attribute table for the nature variable will be coded 1. So now we are finished. We can toggle off the editing mode, of course save the changes, and we can turn off the selection.